Hi everyone, it's Christina from Christina's Art Corner. Welcome. So glad you're here with me today. I am doing my April coloring plans. And so I'm going to go ahead and go through the books, and then I'll just do a brief synopsis on how I got some inspiration for some of my pages. All right. Let me move some that way and some this way. There we go. And then we should have a middle area here. Okay, Millie Murata's Wildlife Wonders. This is one of my newer books that I got, and I want to give a go. Now, before I quickly start, I've written down all the books that you're going to see here, my buddy colors, and then I have all the hashtags. So wherever there's like chick, butterfly, caterpillar, bunny, bunny chick basket, cloud, umbrella, bunny frog, frog, eggs basket, ribbon chicks, that's kind of was some of the inspiration for some of the pages that I've chosen throughout these books. Now one of them that isn't is a snake. But one of the reasons why I wanted to do this page, this double page spread, is that everything is connected. Now the reason I say that is because when they're not, see this frog here, there's disconnection. There's space that you can color, of course, but there's some disconnection, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to, there goes Shmoo, probably male, as soon as I turn on the video. And here's a turtle. This is connected. Let me try to show a better one of maybe why I was a little apprehensive. Actually, I'd really love to do this one. Like this area, you see, it is a background right in here, but it's also got all of this. I don't know, for some reason my brain, Millie Murata has always challenged me. And it's why I destashed one of her books, which is why I got the compilation book, because I've told you in my previous video that Ink and Q has inspired me to pick up her books again. And I guess I felt when I flipped through it again after getting it and choosing a page, I felt like, you know, some pages just had some disconnect. But I'm looking through it now with you, and I'm not really feeling that way. That goes to show you how you really need to go through your books and really like spend some time with them and not be quick to judge. So anyway, I have this frog page if I want to go with one of the hashtag inspirations. This snake would just be my own thing. I thought I could do that in really bright colors. And then the other one was the turtle. So I think that could look really cute. So that is Millie Murata's Wildlife Wonders. And you all know that I do a buddy color with Finding Joy in Color, previously Jamie's Coloring Love, and Sherry on Instagram, and Happy Catastrophe Candace is going to join us this month, and we're going to do a double page spread in Woodland Kingdom by Toshiyuki Fukuda. And it's this page here. It's a nice music page that we're going to do. I usually don't do any kind of color inspiration for these kind of pages. I just sit down and get my alcohol markers out and some pencils after and just go for it. They lend themselves to bright colors, and yeah, just everything works in here. So there's another one. So yeah, these are beautiful, beautiful to work in. So that is a buddy color. And then Le Monde Enchanté de Lulu Male. Okay. So I know that I think I have a Lulu Mayo prompt here somewhere, but I'll show you what I picked. All right, we have this bunny with a turtle, And here, these two pages, one or the other, or both, whatever I can fit in. So I'll have to decide when the time comes which that I want to do. But that'll be an Untouched book. I love this book. I'm so excited to have it. And then you all have seen my Drum and Vanger double page spread that I'm working on. For those of you who are new that haven't seen it, I'm using Neocolor 2s, and then I'm going to go in with pencil and do all my details. And also using some water-based markers. And that is with Katya from Bubble of Coloring, Diane from Diane Dreams in Color. All right. And in Reptiloids, Dusty Coloring and I, we're going to do the Stuck page. She's already done with her, so I need to catch up. And that's by Basil Seiko. And we do one of these each month. And Fairy Tales and Folklore by Emily Lidehall Oberg, Jackie and Deb on Instagram. We decided we would do this page. And I think this is actually the Doodle Robots, Fairy Tales and Folklore. I haven't been in that group, I must say, because I was in several groups and I just couldn't keep up with all my medical stuff going on and trying to keep up with my own things. But I think they're doing this page too. I'll double check and let you know. But so yeah, this is the bunny page. So that will be fun. And Fairy Fuzz, this is by Anna Amelia. I thought that I would do this strawberry and frog page. Super cute. Have some, these are all just very, very cute pages. So sweet. Okay, so we'll see what I do with that. Then you all are going to be shocked because I have not hauled this book. You know, I got rid of quite a few Joanna Basfords because I don't know, I just wasn't enjoying the process. I did keep a couple. I kept Inky and the butterfly. Let's see, what else can I see over there with my no glasses. Anyway, I kept a couple of others. But I went back and I looked at World of Flowers on Instagram. The hashtag World of Flowers coloring book. Again, this is where I get some of my inspiration from. And I saw it wasn't all flower pages. So I'll show you what pages intrigued me. Now, since it had flowers in the title, I never even considered this book because in the beginning of my coloring journey, flowers were my intimidation. But I noticed that, like, I love shelves. I do like plants. Intricate flowers is a little more difficult for me, but I'm getting more comfortable. So I've picked out this shelf page, or this page here with the koi fish, this round one here. So I thought that would be really cool. And I've got some inspiration to show you. In fact, this would be a good opportunity for me to show you because I have inspiration for both of these pages. So remember this shelf and then remember this. Okay. And then I've got my laptop here and we're gonna get the art supply out of my keyboard because we don't need that. And let me put these books, oh my gosh, over here. And we'll do this. Okay. I might, let's see, let me pull it back here so you can see. Okay. I have transferred from my phone my coloring inspiration folder. And here is everything, and I'll show you. Okay, so the shelf page. So here is one that has been colored. Let me look. First, let me go to, let me look up, search. What is this? I just said World of Flowers. Actually, I should separate it out. And see if it brings me to, yeah, Joanna Basford. And let's just look at some of the pretty photos. We've got one of the shelf page here, like that could be an inspiration. And keep scrolling. Here it is. Let's give this person credit. So it's Honiak Zuzana, if you can see that. Okay. So I was very inspired by her page. And I went in to Canva and I wound up creating a flyer page where I can pick colors from the photo. So let's go ahead and let's do upload. I'm going to go to my desktop, into my coloring inspiration, and see if I have the photo. Here we go. All right, there we go. Okay. Oops. Let's delete this and put this over here. And okay. So we can go here, and then I have these little swatch marks. All I do is go into the elements and then like pick something like this, just around. I wound up using like swatches, but you can use this and then turn the color, and down here you'll see, I'm going to move this closer up. You see that where it's showing the photo that's over here in the center? It's giving you the colors that were used in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. All right. And so what you can do is you can go in here. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the circle and just do the ones that I already have here. You can click on the color and then just start adding the colors that are the app is showing. And let's say you see in here, you see a pink. And you can go over here and you can choose from the color wheel, get into your pinks. And let's say it's about maybe this color pink, for instance. There, it automatically puts it there. I've got some that are white that you can't see. Let's see, you can also see blue. So let's go with a blue. We can go maybe a little more muted. Maybe here, yeah. So anyway, you can create your palette that way, and then you can save this, download it. I do all mine through my phone. I'm trying to show you through the laptop so that I don't have a ton of screen recordings, but I'll just show you there. And then you have your inspiration that way, which is very helpful to do. I wanted to show you that real quick. Oh, I know, the other page. Don't go away too quick. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, here is Barbara Color, .color on Instagram, who colored this one here. And I can go in on my app on PixArt and I can choose effects, and I can change the whole color scheme of this and basically change it into like pop art. Like it has different themes, and you can then save that and pick your colors. Let's just go with Barbara Colors, hers, and let's just see what kind of colors it comes up with. You see, it's taken the photo. It's taken the photo here. That's here. And it's giving you the suggestions down here. And then that'll transfer over here. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's see. Okay. It's got this blue. There's black in there. There's a green. And then it's got an orange, so we can select here. We can do an orange. And then we could do looks like there's red. We'll go with that color. And looks like there's a light pink. So we'll go in here and go maybe there. And we have a little brighter pink. Maybe something like, yeah, actually that works. So there you have, let's see if I can make this bigger. There we go. And there you have a color palette. So if you like someone's, if you're getting inspiration from someone's coloring and you want to go ahead and emulate it, right? Then you can get pretty close to colors they've used by what the app gives you and what your own eye does. And then you just have to pick your colors, whatever medium you want to use. So let me just go ahead and show you some of the inspiration photos that I found. You're going to see a page. You're going to see why that's there. Let's see. Too bad I won't do a... Let me do a slideshow. Oh, there we go. Here we go. So these are some that I picked off of Pinterest. A cat with flowers illustration, a snake with flowers illustration. This is kind of what I was thinking about that snake page in Millie Murata. Here's one. Here's this black raven. I've gotten out of some. Here's I have two different kinds of train inspiration. This palette and this palette. So you kind of get it. You saw that I had a page in Lulumea where there was a turtle and a rabbit. There's the swan. There's a cat with flowers. Bunny. Look at this cute little turtle with the purples and pinks and greens. So yeah, that's how I go about it. I can do it in probably, better, like in a video of itself, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea since I'm showing you what I'm going to color. So I got these cute images from Pinterest, and here's a color palette. Might use that in my Cute and Cozy or other. There's the shelf. There's the lamb, bunny, the snake. So yeah, I just thought I would give you a real quick swing around how I kind of go about, another way of how I go about it when I don't use the cubes, and if I don't use this. It's another way of getting a palette together. All right, so let's go back to what I'm coloring in April. So this is the Color by Number Cute-tastic book, and spoiler alert, I already got one done. Woo! Okay. 50 Spring Miniatures by Camelia Angelkova. There's this book belongs to page. There's this cute page, the bunny with the flowers. And then I don't think I like these dividers that I used with the arrows because it's sticky. Maybe I can correct that. And then there's this one and the wheelbarrow. So I thought any of those would be cute. And then Lost in Time by R.J. Hampson. Haven't worked in this book yet. And here is the Flower Child. So you see why I looked up what I did. So look at this page. And then let's look at this one. So I thought this would be a good inspiration for this page here. And I think what I looked up, if I go to Pinterest, what did I look up? If it's saved. Hippie illustration. So you get, you know, tons of illustrations here. Here's one. There it is. Keener colors. Yeah, I thought that would be a good, fun color combo to use. That's why I wanted to show you so that you could see what I was up to. Okay, so that is in Lost in Time. You all know I need to finish this page here. You've seen it a million times, Desert Fox 4 Seasons. Don't really think I need to go through it, but it's this one. Just going to show you real quickly. It's going to get finished, so you don't have to see it again. Bulls to Poils. This is a group buddy color, and this page was chosen. It's Colorful Bulls Lavella 2025. And this is a lamb, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But this is going to be a cute page to do. Yeah. All right. And by Diane DeFore. Sorry, sometimes I'm bad about naming the illustrator, sorry. This is a newer book, Rabbit Girl. And I'm doing this page with Michaela on Instagram. I thought this was really cute. So one of those bunny inspirations or something new when I decide. So we're going to do that page in Rabbit Girl. Didn't write down the illustrator. Frogs and Flowers coloring book by Stormy Eyed Design. And I thought this page, the umbrella leaf, would be cute. And again, I have a lot of frog inspirational pages. Fantastic paper in this book, like fabulous. And then Froggy Days. We have a lot of frog theme. Froggy Days, Cute Kawaii. And this is the Cool Kitsch Club. And I thought this Crocs page was fun. I have a pair of Crocs that I put all the little things in because my granddaughter also was wearing them. So I thought it'd be cute for both of us to get a bag of those. And it reminds me of that. So that'll be nice to do. And then Magical Earth. Joseph Kattenbang. I have two selections. I have one with the umbrella. And that's the train inspiration that you saw. And then this cute page with the bunny. So I don't know which way I'm leaning more, but both are very beautiful illustrations. And then Dark Fairy Tales by Kirby Rosanis. I've already started the page. It's this one here. I've done Neocolor 2s on it already, and also some Distress ink over the Neocolor 2s. And then I'm making it black and red. So I'm going to have red on the whites of the tips, and then black, gray on the rest, and then throughout, red throughout. So I thought that would be pretty cool. And then depending on how I, of course, you know, like bones and things, they might wind up being, you know, like a gray, you know, earthy tone. So that's my start for that ugly duckling page. I showed you World of Flowers. And then in Leon's Journey, sorry, Magical Land Loramia. I was looking at Leon's Journey by Erie. This, one of the prompts is Ribbon. That's Erie Scavenger Hunt by eArt Studios. So I thought maybe I could do this page. And that's why I had the Raven inspiration pictures and colors. So I think this will be a fun one to do. And then Leon's Journey by Kanoko Agusa. I thought I would do this page. And whether or not I do one or two or all four of these, I'd like to get all four done. But I also have inspiration for these. That's why I did Cat with Flowers on Pinterest. Chicks with watering can. Frogs with flowers. Yeah, it's just another way for you to get inspiration on your pages. I'm going to do one in my new Disney Moana book by Hatchet Heroes. And let's see here. Which one did I decide on? Was it 15? This one here. Thought that one would be cute. I could change my mind right before I do it, but that was my intent. So all of my books fell down here. So yeah, I'm sorry it wasn't more streamlined. I had envisioned it being so, but those apps that I was showing you on the desktop are not actually as user-friendly as they are mobile on our phones. So, like I said, if you wanted me to screen record how I do it on my phone, then, you know, you go ahead and let me know. I can be a little more maybe organized on that. But I know several of you have asked, you know, where I get palettes from and how I go about choosing my colors. I think quite a few colorists are getting those kinds of requests, so as many examples as you can have that will help you, I'm all for that. And like I said, we inspire each other, colorists, artists. There's all inspiration there. Don't feel bad about, you know, liking someone's illustration and wanting to mimic it, because that is how we learn. And, you know, in coloring, we're not selling this. At least I hope you're not. But we're not selling our work. We're working out of books. And if someone has done something like My Colorful Country Life and she has a color along, you know, or you want to just go by the photo that she's done, you know, those are ways to go about it, to be able to emulate. That's really the greatest honor to someone, is that you want to do it like theirs. So don't feel, you know, some type of way about it. We have our Korean books, for instance, where you have the page on the left where the illustrator has colored it, and then you color the one on the right. It's the same thing. They're giving you the palette, where to put your colors, whatever. It's so open what you can do with your pages, and hopefully in my discombobulated way, which I do apologize for, it in my head it was gonna go much smoother. But it's difficult to show you with the laptop and the lighting and whatever, plus the apps just don't work as well. And I thought that I was signed in correctly on the PixArt, but it looks like I'm not. So I have Pro on PixArt. It's worth the few dollars that I get charged each month for it, for me to do some things for YouTube. But again, if you want to see how I do it on my phone and for me to do a screen recording of it, just let me know in the comment, and let me know what you think about these books and what you're going to color for the month. And I'll see you soon. I'll probably do a coloring update in a week or so, and you can see the progress on some of these things that I'm tackling. So you all have a great rest of your day. Take care. Happy coloring. Bye.